Son, where'd you find this?
Don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who acts like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico. They never lie.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late. They cancel last minute. Forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll.
The flow insane, take my spot, so the range. Shoot my shot with perfect aim. 3rd degree, that perfect flame. Ain't no sleep, that's the game. Oh, so southern, that's the slang. When they see me, that's the main. Chasing checks and fly like planes. Big old stick, I bought a cane. Flick my wrist and bought the ring. I'm so boss, we're not the same. Paid the cost and kept the change. Now I'm walking Hall of Fame. And I reside in the cloud. Grand wishes with these bitches. Taking pictures with the crowd, and I'm out.
What's up, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching from? Peace and blessings to you all. Happy Tuesday. What's the word? Got getting 3 out week, all right? Good, I hope. Shout outs to my poets, writers, content creators. Shout outs to Sydney, Rob, Six Rings, everybody who just passed through here, man. Much love to you. You see the title, right? Yeah. Had this one in a tuck for a couple of days. Now it's time to get into it. This is the ultimate disrespect as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how anybody else feels or will feel about it by the end of this. Let me know your thoughts when the video is done and I get my bars off, because I don't want this for my life ever. If I ever run into someone like this, please stay far away from me. This is a warning to men and women. Once the smoke settles, clears, evaporates, what happens when you pour into the wrong people? I got a clip I want to play. Let's bring this up on the big screen real quick. This news anchor here that you see on the far left, I highlight it, her right here. She's going to have a few choice words involving her husband. They didn't really paint him in the best light. I'm not going to hold you. This was not a good look. I felt secondhand embarrassment. Nonetheless, we're going to chop it up a little bit. That being said, let's jump into the video.
And we want to give you one more chance to address this. It happened earlier in our program today. For those of you who weren't watching, Diana Rossini said this.
And I think we all do weird things when we're in love, and we overshare and overpost. And look, he's married. He's getting married to a beautiful actress. I'm married to someone average. I don't post a lot about him. If I was married to someone beautiful, I'd overpost too.
Now, this doesn't seem nice. We put together photos of Diana's husband here for everyone to see so you can make some amends on national television.
We're average together. And you know what the worst part is? He sent me a text during that segment, not watching because he actually works for a living. And he said, "Good luck today. Be great on Get Up." So the guy's got a heart of gold, and here I am on national TV killing him. Look, we're average together, but he makes me above average because he married me. So
he has a heart of gold, but you're on national TV embarrassing him? Talking about we're average together? You gotta be careful before you marry your biggest op. And then she has her coworkers making an absolute laughingstock of him. You can tell he's a good dude. There's some guys you look at, you can tell that's a kind-hearted man right there. That's a good guy. But then you got this demon right here. Look how she's representing him. He doesn't have to go through this. She's putting him through this. The same day she's saying these outlandish statements, he's there supporting her, encouraging her. And what is she doing? Stepping on this man. And this is how women control a man. They step on you and they break you down. They try to laugh it off. This is manipulation, gaslighting in 4K. Everyone is laughing. She's been laughing at him. And he just has to laugh because nothing he can do other than that or cry. You got to be careful of these women. These are modern women that are put on platforms and shown to the world, and men are emasculated because it's literally there to control the masses of men. And we can continue to emasculate men, to put women on the pedestal, to allow women to literally just brutalize a man's name and legacy like this on national television while the entire world just sits back and laughs at him. What are we coming to as a society? I'm even really upset at these brothers really highlighting this. Like, they should be checking her, violating her. Don't put him on this laughing, tour because of his oppie wife. She's an op. You got to be careful with these women you associate yourself with. Your legacy is more important, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I come on here and I say, trust fund baddies only. So if you're not taking it serious, you're settling, you're not dating to the standard you will, you're going to be suffering for it and paying for it one way or another. If she won't leave you, she'll make sure she'll stain your name to your grave. And if you want to improve the quality of women you're with, you want to increase your code approaches, you want to improve your image so you can have a better close rate and also align with a high value woman, DM me out.
This is so tragic, man. And like, honestly, I wish people were more humble than what they actually are. First thing that I want to touch on, if you're going to share your body with anybody, man or woman, there's a number of reasons why you need to take that serious. Don't just open your legs for this person because they're attractive or because you're bored. Don't start spilling the beans and sharing your thoughts and your feelings just because it feels right. When you get involved with the wrong person, it throws everything off. If you're goal oriented and you have your house in order, then you have structure, but you lack in confidence and self-esteem, and a woman like this sees that, she might not even like you. but you have things that she is attracted to. See, a woman can be attracted to you just because of what you have and still lay down next to you like it's nothing. It's not all of them, but it's a large majority of them. She said you and her are average. She wouldn't even post you on social media, not because to respect the privacy of your household, but she's not proud of you. She doesn't look at you like somebody that is worth exposing to the general public because she feels as if you would destroy her image or make it worse. She says you're both average, but really in translation, what she's really saying is you're average. She settled for you because you have a decent job. I'm going to joke and make it seem like this is all harmless, but in all actuality, she has no love nor true respect for you. Men and women who are proud of their partners, they don't have to hide them because of how they look. Men and women who are proud of their partners, they don't go on national television and try to make them look a certain way, laugh it off with their peers, while also trying to play the victim card as if you're average yourself. You really don't believe that. Anybody who can get in front of a camera in front of hundreds and thousands of people and say, oh, if I had a guy like this, I would show him off to the world too. But I don't have a guy like that. So I'm not going to do that at all. What? Are you kidding me? And then he texts you, but deep down inside, he has to feel some type of shame. He got to feel some type of way about that. You can joke that off all you want, bro. She just played you in front of all them people. Don't know women who actually like their person. They're not going to be afraid to show you off. Now, if this was based on just protecting your relationship and you didn't want a bunch of nosy ass people on your shit, you didn't want a whole bunch of women in his DMs and all that stuff, you worried about that, I would get. You don't really like him like that, but you married him because the guy that you actually want doesn't want you, or you can't meet him where he is. So you settled, and a lot of women settle. A lot of men. You know what this really is about? It's about two people settling for the wrong reasons. You can't see it right now, but if you fast forward, if you could, the outcome of this relationship between her and him is going to come back to this conversation and reflect everything that I said. He don't love himself enough to be with somebody who chooses him. Nobody wants to be with another person who don't choose them. What type of retarded stuff is that? When you're not chosen, you're going to get treated like you're not chosen. You're going to be the background singer. You're Milli Vanilli.
Bang, 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 bang.
Puff Daddy. The guy who always wants to be in everybody's video dancing. People who are proud of their partner, they show you off. Even if the attraction doesn't balance out to the rest of the world, you might wonder why the hell is he or she with the other person? They are locked in with these individuals based off of principles that supersede superficial visions. Y'all look at the physical shit. They love each other for other aspects, things that actually matter. They have a invisible force field and shield and an anointing over them that protects them from idiocy and ignorant ass comments and remarks and responses and replies that all tie back to how tall he is, how much money he got, what kind of clothes he wears. They don't hear you. Men and women, adults like that, do not hear that ignorant diatribe. They too focused on building under their own commonalities. They have this equally yoked spirituality that cannot be exposed, penetrated, or removed from the spectrum that they decided to walk through because of your carnalities. All you care about is the cars, the hairline, the shape up, the bone structure, all that goofy shit. You want to be attracted to your person. Cool. Nobody's stopping you. What do you have left after the sex? What happens when you get bored? Because you don't want to just get your back blown out all day. That's probably fun. You can get your nut off and have that exquisite orgasm. Cool. Eventually, though, what else you got? What else do you have? And I find it insulting how they plaster these monotone ass relationships in front of everybody and expect to convince me or the rest of the world that this is normal. Nothing about that type of shit is normal. You don't get yourself involved with people that you have no intentions on investing fully in. Why do we even have to have that conversation anyway? We should already be far and beyond past that. She saw he had a stable job. He's fuckable. I'm trying to watch my language as much as possible. He averages best. She can get turned on. As long as she can get turned on and get off, she probably got a couple toys in her tray somewhere in the nightstand. As long as she can get off and she got all of her bills and her fares taken care of, there are women who will absolutely settle. But guess what's going to happen? And this is where I'm going to have to address him too. You settle for somebody that you're not really locked in with, right? Sure, you can pull it off for a couple months, a couple weeks, a few years. You can plaster on that smile. You can arch your back here and there. You can cook and make a sandwich every so often. You can go out to the family get-togethers and convince his aunties and his cousins and them and his friends and them that you really want to be there. You can pull that off for a little while, until you get bored. Until you get bored.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
As soon as repetition and that structure no longer entices you, excites you, you don't get that influx of dopamine, you're going to want to get out of it because there's nothing left keeping you there. You stayed because of the provisions. You stayed because you enjoyed that temporary ride. But that's not enough to hold nobody. When you ain't really locked in with the person, there's nothing the other individual can do to keep you there. She's going to eventually get tired of messing around with him. He's too nice. He's not Chad and Tyrone. He's not Andrew Tate. And then she's going to have a weak moment. She's going to start slowly changing her behavior patterns. He's going to ignore it. He's going to start losing himself. And then one day, them papers going to come. Or he going to catch her in bed with Big Tom Brady. Because she don't really like you like that. And like, it's unfortunate that so many people go through this. That's why there's so many marriages right now to this day where men and women, they tie the knot, but they don't have no business doing it. Y'all niggas be so slow. Why? You don't even think too far ahead in the future. Ask yourself, are you really willing to stay with this person day in and day out, 24 hours a day under the same roof? Even if you force yourself to do it, do you really honestly think you can do it? Or do you just go into it with this whole plan that I'm gonna stay here for 2-3 years and then I'm gonna get the hell up out of there? I know it sounds like I'm being facetious, but if you know, you know. You heard the stories, you've seen the conversations. It's plastered all over social media. They do this shit all the time. They get bored. They want something new. The sex is not enough. It's not sufficient enough. Now I want to address him because, brother, you've been here before, so you should know better. Know how I know he's been here before? Because a man who has experienced enough heartache, frustration, pain, and has had enough of being used, manipulated, has learned the game, has understood female nature, has figured out how to filter out the nonsense from the real stuff, they would never be in this type of a situation. And a lot of us have gone through it. Trust. But at some point, you start to do the necessary work on yourself so that you become a version of who you need to be in order to surround yourself with adults who operate with class, respect, and moral ground. Men who move with self-respect will not be taken lightly. You will not allow a woman to speak to you in the ways in which she did here. You're not going to call me ass, nothing on no live TV. You're not about to put my all that. No, no. You've dealt with women like her before, which is indicating to me, in my opinion, you ain't learned your lesson yet. Put it this way, everybody has a type. That could mean a good thing or a bad thing depending on where you are with your spirituality and your maturity. If your type comes in the form of a repeated cycle of bad decisions, humiliation, pregnancies, diseases, envy, competition, rapid, you ain't learned your lesson yet. You still dealing with the same person over and over and over and over again, just through another vessel. Everybody has been there, still there to this day. That's why you see folks like Cardi and all of these other actors and actresses still in the same loop with the same type of men and women. Even in the community itself, deal with the same type of man and woman all day. And then you wonder why nothing ever work out for you, because you are a horrible decision maker. You have no discernment skills whatsoever. You fall for the prettiest body, the prettiest face. You have no substance, no depth at all when it comes to having any type of conversations.
How dare you?
You absolutely suck. Maybe not to the degree where I flush the toilet, but you don't have enough common sense to be able to sit with somebody and determine that this is going to be the destructor to your existence if you continue on the path that you are on, entertaining these people. He is dealing with the same archetype of woman that he's dealt with before. The only difference with her is she's willing to put in a little more effort to keep you around just a little longer. I could be wrong. It happens. Shit. We don't know everything. I sure as hell don't. But I'm like, I swear, if you've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times. Why do women keep sleeping with the same man who got 20 kids? Why do dudes keep rotating the same woman? Why do dudes not mind being side dudes? What's with this whole men ain't shit argument? The same women who say men ain't this and men ain't that, guess what? She married one of the good ones. The same one y'all wouldn't look at. She took him. It wasn't because that was her first choice. Something was stopping her from getting married sooner. Something stopped her from marrying the person that she actually wanted. You don't do that to your spouse. You don't take it to the internet, national TV, and then just blast them like that. For those of you who didn't see this clip, let me play it back.
We want to give you one more chance to address this. It happened earlier in our program today. For those of you who weren't watching, Diana Rossini said this.
And I think we all do weird things when we're in love, and we overshare and overpost. And look, he's married. He's getting married to a beautiful actress. I'm married to someone average. I don't post a lot about him. If I was married to someone beautiful, I'd overpost too.
Now, this doesn't seem nice. We put together photos of Diana's husband.
Hold on. Let me pause it real quick. I want you to look at this very close.
For everyone to see.
Hold on. Wait a minute. How did I get here? Where is it?
According to court documents,
Hold on. I want to show you something. I'm gonna have to hold on. Let me stop this. So what happens here, right? I'm gonna bring it back up on the big screen. They get to laughing at this nigga. And in the process of them laughing, I wanted to pause it there because that's going to be important in this moving forward. It's not just her laughing; it's the whole team laughing at him though. And my whole thing was, why are you laughing? What's funny about this? You said it yourself. The shit is mean. Hold up, I got it right here. I'm gonna let this shit play one more time, and then I'm gonna pause it on that. We not about to do that. Hold on a minute. Nah, we don't do that to people we love, ma'am. No, we don't.
Happened earlier in our program today. For those of you who weren't watching, Diana Rossini said this.
And I think we all do weird things when we're in love, and we overshare and overpost. And look, he's married. He's getting married to a beautiful actress. I'm married to someone average. I don't post a lot about him. If I was married to someone beautiful, I'd overpost too.
Now, this doesn't seem nice. We put together photos of Diana's husband here for everyone to see so you can make some amends on.
Now, they laughed at this man. She's laughing at him. She's laughing with them. But what they don't understand is what she don't understand. Maybe she don't give a fuck. She got all these guys laughing in his face, which is showing the ultimate sign of disrespect, because in their head, they thinking, oh, she don't really like this man. If we were on that type of time and we really wanted to violate, we could. Without her even giving them the green light, she gave them the green light. She literally gave them the green light to disrespect them. And like moving forward, if they ever was in the same space as him, they probably wouldn't directly say anything out of pocket, but they would always be looking at him like he's a fucking idiot, because she just gave them permission to disrespect him through her. See, when you are married or in a relationship, you got to protect your partner at all costs. whether you with them or you're not with them, you have to protect them. That means their last name, their brand, all that. How you walk, how you dress, how you communicate with people. You just can't. If this was a guy that did and said any of this, it would be over. It will 100% be over. Look at now. Be honest. You really think she's into him? He seemed like a good dude too. Pay his taxes, mow the lawn. He don't really give you the impression that he's on no first 48 sneaky crazy type stuff. He seemed like this honest dude that just wants to live his life, make his family proud and happy, and he ain't out here on no 304 shit. He ain't on no future shit. He just want a normal regular life. He didn't ask for all that. And then you got her talking about, oh, if I had somebody that was as attractive, I would show them off on the internet too. What the fuck are you talking about? Is that how you represent your partner? Is that how you show love and respect to somebody? We got to stop lying to ourselves. Stop acting as if we don't know that words do affect outcomes of many things. The tongue is a powerful and dangerous weapon. It's one of the most deadliest weapons that you could ever have. People just don't know how to utilize it properly, but it gets people into trouble all the time. There's no way in the world you're going to convince me that she loves him and she got these men. She didn't even correct them. She didn't put them in their place. She ain't say shit. She just let them laugh. And then a couple minutes later, he texted her, have a good show. No, ma'am. No. You're not really into him. And eventually it's going to blow up in your face. It happens to all men and women out here. Every man and woman who gets involved with the other person because they horny and they want to get their nut off, and you're broke, you're lazy and don't want to work, you want to use somebody for what they got, you will never be happy. You forcing yourself in these relationships, you will never be happy. You playing the chameleon role to bring that person in and love you, you will never be happy. You're gonna keep getting calmer. You're gonna keep bumping your fucking toe on the side of the bed. Ouch. Yes, the big toe, preferably. Every time you do some fucked up shit to somebody that you claim to be your husband, your wife, or your bae and all that, and you be out here sucking and fucking other people, or you be doing all type of little. It don't even matter if you having sex with somebody outside of the relationship. If you emotionally cheating, if you're flirting, if you're taking money from them, knowing damn well your heart ain't with them, you will walk into brick walls. Birds are gonna shit on you every time you step outside. Your car, your windshield might crack. You might be in traffic, a squirrel come out and you swerve and running. Every time you do some real shady, underhanded shit, big, small, in between, don't matter where it is, omission of lies, omission of truth, it don't matter. If you are involved with somebody that you know damn well you shouldn't be, you're going to pay for it. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take for the check to come to the table. Know how your fat ass be at the restaurant, you just ordering shit. You like you never even had any intentions on paying for none of this anyway. You just buying stuff. Got you a doggy bag and everything. Yeah, it's the same principle. That's why I don't be envious. For what? Imagine continuous pouring your all into a person. They know it. Best believe they know when the scale is tipped in their favor more than yours. They won't say nothing, but they'll say everything. A person who is using you, they won't stop you from giving and giving and giving. If you want to pour and pour and pour and pour into somebody and you don't get nothing back, they're going to keep taking it. Why would they refuse something that's free? You ain't make them work for it. So they just take until the check come. And what does the check look like? Oh, you just thought you was going to eat off of me? I'm hungry too. I need something out of this too. The only difference is I'm not asking you to do nearly half of what I just did. I just want to be seen. Let me know that you fuck with me like I thought you did. You're not going to be able to do it. And it's going to build up and build up, and it's going to get ugly, and it's going to get messier and messier and messier because you're going to feel some type of way about them challenging and questioning your position in their life. The fuck you think this is? I'm buying and spending and buying and spending, and you're basically getting your way. I'm not getting what I'm supposed to be getting back in return, which is something that should not even be an argument over. How are you triggered at my standards and my boundaries, or me just even what? Now, sir, you got a lot on your plate, brother. A lot. I'm with not being public on social media. People too nosy. Like for real, for real. If you got something good, everybody want it. Even if they pretend like they don't want it. Oh, I'm rich too. I got girls too. I got this too. No, you don't. No, you don't. You ain't got it.
Cut it out.
Yeah, if you had it, you wouldn't be stalking and romanticizing off of their photos and videos and pictures. Nah. This wasn't that though. she's not proud of you. You're not the guy that she wants to show off to the entire world. See, there's a lot of immature women in this world, man. Sad to say it, but it's true. If it don't apply, let it fly. There's a lot of immature women in this world. They're no different than men in some regards, with that whole trophy shit. How you say there's men who want trophy wives? Well, there are women who want trophy husbands or trophy boyfriends, men who they can flex in front of other women with and say, look, look what I got. You ain't got this because you're in competition. You just don't think you are, or you pretend like you're not. All of it is immature personally. Why are you competing with another woman? You should be happy that sister got somebody that love her. Whether or not you find him attractive or not is irrelevant. You worry about the wrong shit. Be happy for her or him, especially if it's a level of synchronicity, if that's a word. Let them be. She don't even want to take him out in public. You good with him when y'all in the house, but you don't want nothing to do with showing them on your personal pages and all that. Speaking of which, if you don't want him on your social media, what's on your social media? Like, I don't know. I don't even want to venture off into that because, as far as I know, he could see her profile and he probably follow her and all that, maybe. But this ain't it though. I don't want nothing like that. Like, you better love me everywhere, not just in this house. I'm the king in this house. I need to be the king everywhere we go. Because I'm gonna treat you like you are the queen in my house. You damn sure want to make sure that the world know where I stand with you, and vice versa. We not about to play them games. I'm not playing with no. The hell with that. And you got these grown men up here laughing at me. I would really see. He don't even see the issue. We see it. You don't see it, bro. This is how you know there's folks that still got unhealed traumas and patterns that they need to break away from, bro, because she just crapped on you. We watched it. Her co-workers participated in the mocking. And then look, they plastered your face all on the screen, brother. That's not a good look. Ladies and gentlemen, please. You probably don't care what I'm talking about, but I'm so serious. When you invest in the wrong person, the return is not what you think it's going to be. And all you're doing is wasting your own time. Yeah, you get something out of them. But let me ask you a question. for anybody. Is what you extracted out of them equivalent to the karma in the other areas that come pay you a visit eventually from the reaping and sowing of what you've gotten out of them? In layman's terms, was it ever worth it? People swear they're just getting away with finessing folks and stealing from them and doing all of this egregious things, but you never do. And you would think at some point that you would have already learned your lesson. Clearly, no, that's not the case. I wish them luck. I wish them luck. Maybe I'm just wrong here, but hell, even before my man gave his own commentary, I saw it and I was like, oh, nah, hell no. Nope. It's over. She wears the pants in the house. Nothing's going to be the same with them. Wrap it up. There's a timeline on that for sure. Any man who's ever moved like this, they always end up serial killers, or you're either going to be a serial killer, you're going to be better than what you was because you learned from it, or you're going to stay in the same cycle and keep on taking the same nonsense. At some point, you're going to have to put your foot down. Bro, stop. Stop, please. Like, I wish I could actually have a conversation with him just to pick his brain, because he seemed like a good dude, seemed pretty fair and reasonable. I think he'd be honest. But nah, bro, this she playing with you, man. She didn't even defend you at all. Y'all both average. She doesn't really believe y'all both average. She don't. She believes you beneath her, bro. And I'm pretty certain if we really dug a little deeper, I might be nosy. I'm sorry, I might have to be a little nosy. I need to see some, because this ain't it. Moving forward, vet better. Vet better. Be patient with yourself. It's okay. We all got weaknesses and flaws that we need to fix and heal from. We are attracted to what we are. Now that one sink in. You are attracted to what you are. So if you dealing with users and people with haughty spirits, you better take a look at yourself. If you dealing with folks who got anything that's in them that's a red flag, look at yourself. Shout outs to everybody, man, who pulled up. Much love to the subscribers, man. I got to figure out a new name. I don't want to call it that. the assembly. Shout outs to the assembly, man. Blessings to y'all. Wednesday is right around the corner. We got a show. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Do me a solid before you go, if you don't mind. I mean, remix it again.
The goddamn button.
I see y'all, Lord willing, tomorrow. Y'all be easy.
The flow insane, take my spot, so the range. Shoot my shot with perfect aim. 3rd degree, that perfect flame. Ain't no sleep, that's the game. Oh, so southern, that's the slang. When they see me, that's the main. Chasing checks and fly like planes. Big old stick, I bought a cane. Flick my wrist and bought the ring. I'm so boss, we're not the same. Paid the cost and kept the change. Now I'm walking Hall of Fame. And I reside in the cloud. Grand wishes with these bitches, taking pictures.